getting ready is Trent Grisham. That OPS up over 1,000 in the last 7 games. He's been setting the table in the top spot in the Padres order. And how about Charlie Blackmon? He loves taking on the Padres, and he likes Petco Park a lot since the beginning of 2011. 12 home runs. That's the most by an opponent. It's the Padres and Rockies as we welcome you to Game 1 of the series. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Well, Fernando Tatis Jr. with a big 2-run home run yesterday ended up being the game winner, and it just added to his shortstop numbers as far as home runs go.
Who doesn't love the home run? And it's certainly fun watching Fernando Tatis Jr. And I'll tell you what, folks, if the opposing pitchers are trying to make adjustments against Tatis Jr., they're not doing a good job of it. Talk about home runs from a shortstop. The most home runs from a shortstop through their team's first 42 games. Alex Rodriguez, 16. San Diego Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. with 15. And it's power off the bat. It's exit velocity. It's to all fields as well. That's the one thing that's great about him. So Alex Rodriguez tweets, more flair and better hair than me too. Keep crushing it, Tatis Jr. He is something to watch. We possibly have an MVP candidate looking at us right here in San Diego. He keeps swinging a hot bat and contributing to these Padres victories down the stretch.
Well, he's back in the lineup, as you might imagine, tonight for Game 1 of this series. Going to be a lot of fun tonight. It's the Padres and the Rockies coming up. The Nelson Lamet on the hill. Bob Scanlon will join us to tell us about Lamet battling a National League West opponent next on Fox Sports San Diego. Rockies led by Bud Black coming into town here for 3 in this National League West battle. We check out his starting lineup. Raimel Tapia, the DH, leads it off with Trevor Story, the shortstop. Charlie Blackmon is in right field with Nolan Arenado at third base. It is Kevin Pillar, the newcomer to the Rockies, in center field. Daniel Murphy at first base with Ryan McMahon at second base. Sam Hilliard, who had been playing a lot of center field, moves to left field with Pillar in the lineup, and San Diego native Tony Walters bats out of the 9 spot and does the catching for the Colorado Rockies. Nelson Lamet making his 9th start of the year for the Padres.
And the 28-year-old, I get choked up just talking about it because Nelson Lamet's having such a great season. As Don mentioned, his 9th start. He's got the money slider. He will throw it any time. The upper 90s fastball, the nice ERA of 2.62, and the strikeouts are just eye-popping. 57 in 44 2/3. And the one thing that really jumps out to me is the opponent's batting average, only 169 off of the right-hander, Nelson Lamet. Let's take a look at the defense behind Lamet. You got good pitching, keep the ball on the ground. You should be doing a good job with Machado at third base. Fernando Tatis Jr. at short, Jake Cronenworth at second, Eric Hosmer at first. Pretty tight on that infield. Behind the plate, Austin Nola. In the outfield, Jurickson Profar in left, Trent Grisham in center. Will Myers will be in right field, and Nelson Lamet on the mound tonight.
So here we go, Game 1 of the 3-game series between the Padres and the Wranglers team, who fresh off a 6-3 road trip on a 9-gamer. Fernando Tatis Jr. leads it off at shortstop with Manny Machado at third base. Eric Hosmer at first base with Austin Nola doing the catching in the cleanup spot. Will Myers is in right, Jake Cronenworth at second base, Jorge Oña the DH, with Jurickson Profar in left field, and Trent Grisham in center field, batting 9th for the Padres. On the hill is Kyle Freeland.
27-year-old, born and raised in Denver, Colorado. So pitching for his hometown team, making his 9th start. Really change-up heavy, and he throws that about 30% of the time. The slider about 23% of the time. Four-seamer about in center field, Kevin Pillar. Charlie Blackmon will be in right. On the infield, third to first, Arenado, Story on the left side, McMahon, Murphy on the right side. Tony Walters behind the plate, catching left-hander Kyle Freeland.
One down here in the first inning, Manny Machado getting out of the 2 spot for the Padres.